As a landlord, be careful the kind of tenants you admit into your apartments, because just a little mistake can land you in serious trouble. If your tenant uses your property to conduct crime or anything illegal, and you are aware and you still allow the tenant to still remain there, your property might be seized by the federal government. Okay, so now what do I mean by illegal activities? It could be that your tenant is using your property for keeping people he has kidnapped. Maybe your tenant is a kidnapper, and when he kidnaps people, he brings them to your property. Or it could be that your tenant is using your property for brothel. Brothel simply means a place where prostitutes bring in their clients. It will even be that your tenant is using your property to run what we refer to as HK. HK is simply a den of Yahoo people, den of internet fraudsters. But it could even be that your tenant is using your property to produce or manufacture fake products. There are several people that have been busted for manufacturing fake products in Nigeria, fake drinks. Or it could even be that your tenant is using your property to manufacture or produce or even cultivate drugs or illegal substances such as igbo, marijuana, cocaine, and the rest. So if such a thing happens, what should you do as a landlord? Well, as a landlord, there are quite a lot of things you should do if you are aware of these things. If you don't speak out and the authorities eventually find out, your property might be seized. You might even be asked to pay fines running to millions. Depending on the circumstances of the case, you can even be charged for aiding and abetting a criminal. When such issues arises, report to the relevant governmental agency. Okay, I know you'll be scared that they are going to mention your name. No, there's a way you can report to these agencies anonymously, telling them they shouldn't, make your name public. So the tenant may not even know who reported them, right? So why am I saying all these things? I don't want anybody's property to be confiscated or to be seized. So as a landlord, it goes beyond just renting your apartment to people. Make sure that people you are putting in your apartments are responsible people. Otherwise, you end up putting yourself in trouble. It is very important. There are steps you should take to identify a responsible tenant before you allow some tenants into your apartment. There are some steps you need to take. There are some questions that need to be asked. All these things are contained in my ebook titled Clear Road, End Niger Landlord and Tenant Wahala, Know Your Right and Stay Protected. You need to know your rights in Nigeria as a tenant or as a landlord. You need to know your rights.